When it comes to Far Cry 6, you might think that unique weapons are the best the game has to offer. But what if I told you there was a handful of incredibly powerful, non-unique weapons hidden within the game? Hey there friends, it's Kodiak here. Welcome back to Legacy Gaming. Today, I'm revealing the 6 non-unique weapons you can't afford to miss. The truth is, Ubisoft wants you to hunt down unique weapons. They're the obvious carrot on the stick. But in reality, there are a number of powerful weapons players can acquire and turn into super weapons. Unlike some of the other guns in the game, you can't buy these from the Guerrilla Garrison, or find them in FND caches. They're non-unique weapons hidden in the world, and lucky for you, we know just where to look. The first gun on our list today is the ARC. Fans of other FPS games might be familiar with this particular weapon. It's an all-around excellent rifle, and with a couple attachments and a few mods, could easily be the gun that gets you through the entire game. Although it's only a 2-star weapon, there's plenty here to get excited about. First and foremost are the 5 attachment slots available for players to mess with. This includes an ammo slot, 2 scope slots, 1 standard scope and a canted scope, a muzzle attachment, and a pointer. Talk about all-around flexibility. In terms of damage, this gun is right where it needs to be, middle of the road. It's exactly what you'd expect from a mid-range rifle, decent stats across the board without anything really standing out. The great thing about the ARC is how versatile it is out in the field. Snipe enemies from 75 meters away or fill them with lead up close. It doesn't matter because the ARC takes no prisoners. To unlock this rifle, you need to complete the treasure hunt, A Little Birdie Told Me. This quest starts right outside the Legends of 67 camp and Sierra Perdida, and your goal is simple: follow the Pelican down the mountain. You need a wingsuit to complete this hunt, so make sure to build the hideout network first. Follow the Pelican down the mountain and all the way out to the ocean. There, your new winged compadre will reward you with a key that unlocks a chest in your new ARC rifle. If you've seen our Wish I Knew Sooner tips and tricks video, you already know that we're big fans of using the EMP-capable launchers to take down tanks and choppers. But what if I told you there's a weapon that allows you to use that functionality and dial it up to 11? That's exactly what the MGL6 brings to the table, 6 rounds for the price of 1. This is just a supercharged version of the single shot grenade launcher in the game, but let me tell you, that matters when Castillo's Special Op forces are hunting you down, sending convoys of tanks, trucks, helicopters, whatever, to take you out. To me, it all comes down to having more EMP rounds available without having to reload. That's the real reason why this weapon is so powerful. But hey, tune this thing however you want to make it your own personal weapon of death. To get the MGL6, you need to complete the Parting Gifts treasure hunt in El Este in the southeastern region. The first part of this quest involves unplugging the generator. There are 2 connections, and once you do that, you'll be able to push the mobile generator outside. After that, you need to get the generator to the other side of the farm. You can either push the generator the entire way or hitch it to a truck and tow it. You need to get the generator under this building here. Once you do that, it'll automatically connect to power and you'll be able to enter the coconut oven. Enter into the first floor and go to the back window. Look through the right side and shoot the padlock. This will unlock the hatch to a secret room which will lead you right to your brand new MGL6 launcher. Maybe you've heard of the unique light machine gun Impact Driver. Well, let's take it a step further and make our own super-powered LMG. Of course, I'm talking about the MG42, a 4-star weapon that brings a lot to the table. We've got 3 attachments to work with: an ammo socket, an optic socket, and a pointer socket. You've also got 3 mods to work with, and you can really make use of anything here. If it were me, I'd really lean into the killing potential of this weapon. The MG42 has a ton of recoil, so it's not the easiest weapon to use as a precision gun, but with the right scope and mods, you can still make this weapon out to be the most effective in the game, capable of taking out everything from soldiers to special op troopers. To get the MG42, you need to complete the Sweet 15 treasure hunt at Promise Peaks in El Este. This is a relatively straightforward quest where you enter an empty warehouse and your only task is to flip 4 power switches. You can find the first switch on the right side of the warehouse. Just use the cases to jump across so you don't get electrocuted by the live wires on the ground. Move to the opposite side of the warehouse and enter a storage room. Navigate through this blocked area and use your melee weapon to clear your way to the second switch. Turn around and climb the ladder to the catwalk and make your way to the far end of the warehouse. Beware of the mongoose, but once you put that guy down, flip the third switch. Finally, head over to this area here and look through the racks towards the door. Shoot the lock and navigate your way back downstairs, head through the door into the office, and flip the fourth and final switch. With all 4 switches active, head to the podium and hit the main switch and activate Party Mode. You don't have to loot anything here, you just have to walk through the newly opened door to claim your prize, a brand new MG42 and a sparkly unicorn mount. Next up on the list is the SPAS-12 shotgun. This 2-star weapon may not look like much, but it's actually one of the most versatile shotguns in the game. Rocking relatively high damage and velocity, this gun is capable of one-shotting nearly everything, especially at close range. Add in a couple of attachments and you've got yourself a really solid weapon. Although you can't sock in armor-piercing rounds on shotguns, you can throw on buckshot rounds, which are lights out at close range. You also get the flexibility to throw on a muzzle, an optic, and a pointer, as well as one mod. Shotguns may not be your thing, but you can't deny there's quite a lot to work with here, and ultimately you can turn a relatively vanilla weapon into something pretty special. To get the SPAS-12, you need to complete the 15 Wishes treasure hunt in Robustus Hills in El Este. This is another switch flipping challenge, just follow the string of unlit lights to the top of the hill. Getting into the first building is straightforward, just melee the door or shoot it to gain access. Once inside, flip the first switch. Follow the lights to the next building down the hill. To get into this building, just walk around back and enter through the window. Once inside, locate the switch and flip it. To reach the final switch, follow the lights down the hill until you get to this building here. Head around back and smash through the wood. This will get you under the building. Pop open the hatch, climb up, and flip the third and final switch. Head down the hill to where you originally started the quest and flip the main breaker. This will unlock the treasure room, giving you access to a loot chest with some Supremo Bond, the 15 Wishes wrist item, and the real prize, the SPAS-12. Next up, you need to know about the M16A1. Much like the ARC, this is an all-around good rifle, and it really comes down to feel. You get nearly the same attachments as the ARC, you just don't have the option for a canted sight, but honestly, I found that the M16A1 worked a lot better for mid to long range encounters, while the ARC seemed to function best in straight mid-range. It's hard to really compare the two since they're so similar, but just know this, both are going to get the job done and both are capable of carrying you into the endgame. To get the M16A1, you need to complete the High Supply Treasure Hunt and Lasagna. This is as straightforward as it gets, just keep climbing. The goal is to reach a supply drop that landed on the side of the mountain, and to get there you just need to do a decent amount of grappling and cliff hopping. Just be aware that at some point you'll need to jump from ledge to ledge. This can be a bit tricky in Far Cry 6, just move to the extreme edge of the ledge and look towards your destination. An interaction should pop up that lets you jump from the ledge. Once you reach the destination, shoot the rocks and cross to the other side of the ridge to claim your prize, the M16A1. Finally, we need to talk about the Desert Eagle. This may be the best weapon in the game, and I know it's kind of silly because it's a pistol, but it just works. Incredibly high damage, incredibly high velocity, and the option for 4 attachments and 3 mods. There is some history here with the Desert Eagle in previous Far Cry games, so I think it's just a nod to the past, but the Desert Eagle is just lights out from top to bottom. You get an 8-round magazine, which is pretty versatile, and you get a ton of flexibility in the attachments and the mods, which easily make this a lights-out weapon. Of course, there is a little bit of recoil in the combat, and you're going to have to deal with that, but with enough practice, you can pretty much do anything with this weapon, including sniping, close quarters combat, and everything in between. To get the Desert Eagle, you need to complete the Last One to Leave. This is a quest on the western side of Esperanza. To complete this treasure hunt, you need to flip 3 switches in a particular order. They're each in different buildings around this small village, and each of them has their own surprises. The first switch you need to flip is here, in this building filled with poison. I just threw on my hazmat helmet, but you can blow up the poison, whatever you need to do to get inside and flip the switch. The second switch is located on this little tower here on the northern end of the village. You need to do a little bit of parkour to get up on the ledge and up onto the tower, but once you figure that out, head up top and pull the second switch. The final switch is activated in this building here. If you look on the table, there's actually a handwritten schedule which tells you exactly what you need to do. First, you need to turn on the radio, then you need to flip on the switch to the TV, and finally, you need to look at the picture on the wall. Once you hit all 3 in the proper sequence, a new door will open, giving you access to a secret room and the third switch. With all 3 switches flipped, you can head back to the original location of the treasure hunt and enter the locked door. Sitting there in the chest is the final weapon, the Desert Eagle. And there you have it, 6 incredible non-unique weapons hidden in plain sight. The game doesn't really tell you where to get these weapons, so they're almost more rare than the unique guns in the game, but now that you know where they are, you can track each of them down, tweak them to your heart's content, and build yourself an arsenal of weapons capable of taking down any enemy. If you guys found this video helpful, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing. We've been having a blast making all sorts of Far Cry 6 content, and we're not slowing down. We also invite you guys to join us on Discord. We've got a great community of around 7,000 members stretched across dozens of great games, so check out that link in the description to join today. Finally, if you guys like everything we're doing here at Legacy Gaming and you want to help us out even more, you can now do so by becoming a member. For just a couple bucks, you're helping evolve the channel and take our community to that next level. Check out the join button below to learn more. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.